Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are just setting off for camp. I've loaded the car. There's all kinds in the car. Chalky's been out for the morning with Buddy and he's just had a bath, so I've got washing stuff, recovery mash, his feed, water bucket, all my stuff and food, tent, pillows, all that kind of malarkey, and then all of the usual stuff that I take to competitions and a bit extra. So I've got a couple of saddle pads because I'd like to use a new one for every session so it's not sweaty, both saddles, both bridles, 2 hats, 3 sets of boots, dressage, jump and cross country, my 2 hats, body protector. I need a whip, that just reminded me, get me a whip. And then that is everything done. What I've not got now, I'm probably not going to remember, so it's just tough and I will have to buy it from the shop, but I don't think it's going to be a disaster if I've forgotten anything. Don't know where my whip is, find that in a minute. But yeah, so I'm just going to get him loaded up now. We're going to get going. I wanted to leave 25 minutes ago, but Buddy wouldn't come in from the field, so that's all fun and games. He's had a bath. I'm just gonna change his head collar and then get going. So we will see you at camp. The reality of trying to vlog fire away. Battery packs, chargers, my iPad, I've got my phone somewhere. I've got like 3 battery packs. We're here. I've just been down and sorted his stable. I don't know how, but he's got a huge stain under his belly that I missed. We need to get that cleaned up before dressage, get him down to the stable block and then get the car unloaded and get going. Easy. Chalky. Remind me never ever to camp in a tent ever again. For a pop-up tent that should take 2 minutes. No, I never. But it's up, I have somewhere to sleep. Now for the airbed. We were gonna get ready for dressage, but Chalky's like, nah. I've got the massage pit. And we're just gonna do his back and his neck on both sides. And then we're going for first lesson of camp, which is dressage, and I've roped in the lovely Ricky who's here, and he actually watches the vlogs. I got here and I've had 2 people come up to me now like, yeah, watch you on YouTube, and I'm mind blown by it. So big thanks to Ricky if you're watching this one for helping me out and doing some video for me while we're here, well, for my dressage lesson. I do massively appreciate it. It's hard coming places on your own because obviously you've just, bye Chalky, you've obviously just got the camera and you, and not really much you can do, but he's gonna help me out, which is nice. There's so many lovely people here, like I've met so many people already who are so nice. Everyone's like, you need a hand, give me a shout. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I've already groomed him, so I'm just gonna do this for 10-15 minutes and then tack up and head down to dressage. You look thrilled. You handsome? Yeah, you are. First lesson of the few days of camp, and I was actually really nervous. It's obviously instructors that I've never met, and I don't know why, but I was obviously worried about opinions of my riding, Chalky and all that jazz. So we came into this lesson with the lovely Mia, who's riding the dark grey, and they were just doing fab. Like Jake was like, oh, he could just be a dressage horse. So we both just warmed up, walked out in Canter so that he could see the paces that we were dealing with, any issues we were dealing with, and Chalky actually came into this really tense, and we came to the conclusion that actually, I don't know how many times I've had to come to this conclusion, or people have had to tell me this, I'm just riding him a little bit backwards even on the flat, so he's struggling to accept a contact. So we decided that we were going to work on a lot of leg yielding, shoulder in, traverse, things like that. And those kind of movements, when you say them out loud, kind of scare me a little bit. Obviously not leg yields, but they're just not something that obviously people doing prelims or BEAT tests have to even take into consideration. And obviously, whilst it's good to take all this on and complete it all at home and work on this at home to make sure your flat works better, I was just nervous. I was like, oh God, what if how I'm working him through these issues isn't what an instructor would advise me to do? So first of all, you can just see us doing some leg yielding in trot, and I'll bob back in when we start doing some new exercises. So now we're just starting to look at a shoulder in. We started doing this in walk, and then we pick up the trot and see how we get on with that. And actually, by the time we'd finished the leg yielding and the shoulder in, I'd really got him to settle, and he was working much looser through his neck and his back, and he was starting to feel really nice. His paces had improved, and yeah, he was just loving it. At this point in the lesson, Jake was like, let's try a couple of traverse, see how you get on with that. And Chalky found this routine really easy for a traverse. We struggled with certain exercises, doing certain things, but then by the time we'd finished the exercise, he'd really started to accept what I was asking him and really work with me. Here he was just doing this little head toss thing, trying to avoid it, and Jake was like, no, ask more, ask more, ask more, more bend, more bend, more bend. And that's one thing I'm really scared of doing, getting hold of him and asking him to bend to the outside or bend to the inside, because I know that he can bulge through his ribs. We got to this point in the lesson and Jake was like, do you want to try a half pass? And I was like, I'm nervous. He said, do you know what a half pass is? I said, I do. However, I really have no idea how I'm supposed to ask for a half pass, because obviously our version of a half pass is not going to be what you see these big, huge dressage people asking to do a half pass. So here is our first attempt. Obviously didn't go amazing, but Chalky was willing to listen to me and willing to give it a go, and I've never ever had to ask a horse for anything to do anything like that. So yeah, this was really, really out of our comfort zone, but was obviously more than happy to give it a go and see how we got on with it. And then here, didn't ask for a half pass, I actually asked again for I actually asked for a leg yield, and he was like, no, that's not right, go back to the bottom and try again. So we did it a few times on each rein, and yeah, it got better. Onto the canter work, and by this point Chalky was like, woohoo, I'm feeling so good, let's just go for a good long canter. And I felt like he was just running off with me. And Jake was like, no, this is forward. You can use this energy to really benefit you and get him working where you want to get him. So we had a canter round, and then we basically did some leg yielding, shoulder in and traverse in the canter. Now we found this really, really hard, I'm not gonna lie, especially the shoulder in and the traverse, because he just goes a little bit solid in the neck in the canter. So it's really trying to get him to loosen in the canter before you can ask him things like that. And yeah, he just struggled to get the bend as well as listen to the aid of moving about my leg. Even the leg yielding in the canter was quite hard. Dressage is all done. I worked that hard that I actually had cramp in my left leg, and I've still got cramp and it's killing. He was such a good boy. He was a bit sweaty, but we worked on loads and loads of leg yield, half pass, shoulder in. We even did some traverse. Such a good boy, and we worked on most of it in the canter too. So at one point I felt like he was running off with me. I don't know what footage we've got. Boy, it was so good. It was definitely needed, and it really showed me that if I push him forward into a contact, what we can get out of him. And I've just got to stop holding him back so much. So yeah, I'm now going for a gin. Happy munching his tea. Well, I've only got his tea, so it's Haynette. We've got a massage in half an hour. Yeah, you. Yeah, you have.
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Yeah, it will be. Nice, good boy. Good lad. Yeah, really good. Yeah. Just before, yeah. Yeah, I got cramp in my legs. I was like, God, am I just a passenger then? Because I've got to use them today. I was like, I can't do anymore.
You got food, didn't you? You said you want a breakfast.
I just take it upon myself to give myself a rest. Chalky's just had his dinner and the heavens have just opened. Just making sure my tent is pulled as tight as it can be so I don't get wet. I was going to go over and watch a couple of lessons, the last little lot of dressage lessons, but I don't think I'm going to. Just had some dinner, so I've just come and skipped the boy out. He's got a nice big net, big clean bed, and he's just got a little thin corn sheet on because the temperature's gone a little bit cold here tonight, and so I've got my coat on. So yeah, he's happy, I'm happy, and that is the end of day 1. So stay tuned for day 2 and see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching, guys.